We're going to Applecross this time to look at the bike parking at a cafe called Kinky Lizard. And the reason I ended up here is I originally wanted to go out to the Canning Parkland and visit the snakes and have breakfast at the Canning River Cafe, which is quite nice. The food's good, ambience is great, you're surrounded by bush, just don't go wandering into it and get bitten by a snake. And they have got bike parking and recharging facilities and all the rest of it. And on this particular day, I got there and the cafe was absolutely chockers and there was a huge queue. And I thought, I'm just going to have to keep on going and find somewhere else. So I rode and rode and rode and eventually found this place, Kinky Lizard, in Applecross. And I got to say, their mushrooms on toast are fantastic. The coffee's quite good. The ambience is good. I've been here a few times. And as you can see, you can sit outside and you can see your bike parked at the bike rack. So if you're paranoid about losing it, that's fine. And at the other end, there's also a bike rack outside the post office. So you're spoilt for choice, essentially. The street has been calmed by the council. You can see the cars aren't whizzing past at 50 kilometres an hour. They're just meandering by because there's speed humps and paving and all that kind of thing to slow down the drivers. And you know, there's plenty of parking here. It's pretty convenient to the cafe, and there's just one issue with it if you've got a mountain bike with fat wheels, and that is you can't stick your wheel in between the tines. Is that the end of the world? Absolutely not. You just stick it next to one of the tines, lock your bike up, and go and have a good feed. I'm not going to complain about it. The only thing I will complain about is being served coffee in a mason jar. Although, you know, there was a big iced coffee, so that can't be too bad. Now, this is just around the corner from these new developments in Applecross near the Canning Bridge. Obviously, the view, it costs you a couple of $1 million, and it's quite spectacular, but you can ride here for free around the shared path and, you know, see that regardless. So just rolling in here, as you can see, you know, nice parking, plenty of it, and you know, adopts the principles of, crime prevention through environmental design, that you can sit there, have your coffee, keep an eye on your bike and make sure it's still there when you've finished, which I think is absolutely critical for, you know, most cyclists, especially if you've got an expensive bike. Anyway, there is another Kinky Lizard over in Claysbrook in East Perth, which isn't too bad. I don't know if there's any others around the place, but look, this just goes to show, once again, the ubiquity of bike parking at cafes around Perth. Like, not every suburb has it, not every cafe has it, but it's just so much more common, it's not funny. And this is a model that we really should be adopting in Sydney, of just sticking bike parking at every single destination you can think of.